Hi everyone, welcome back to Physio and Pilates. I'm Gabby. Today I'm going to go through some exercises and a few techniques to help you get rid of a bit of a painful hip. So if you're suffering with any pains in your hips, this video is for you. And before I forget, please subscribe to my YouTube video and give me a thumbs up on that like button. To start with, I would like you to just lay on your back. So you're going to just lay on your back. If you want to use a pillow, do go ahead. I'm going to just get started with my left side. So I want you to put your left foot over your right knee. If this is a stretch already, great, keep it there. But to make it worse, you're just going to bring your knee towards your foot. And if it works for you, keep it there. And if you need something extra, I want you just to hold your hands onto your right knee just to get a good stretch in your left hip. Now, whichever level you've chosen, please hold for about 30 seconds. So as you're doing this, it's just stretching along the bum muscles. Now, if you feel like this is too easy for you, just bring your foot and just bring it closer to your hip, to the bone over here, your pelvis to be exact. And we're just giving it a good stretch just to wake up the bum muscles. Now again, we do it about 30 seconds. Before you do the other side, just want you to shake your legs, just get the blood circulating to the muscle groups. Then I want you to bring your right foot over your left thigh. Grab your left thigh this time. Remember, if this is too hard for you, just push your hand on your knee so it's going towards your foot just to get a stretch in the right bum cheek. But if you can, bring it towards you. Again, if this is too easy, just put your heel towards your pelvis, and at the same time just holding on to your thigh. But make sure you're relaxing your neck. So I sometimes have a pillow just to help my head out. Depends on my mood. But hold it for a good 30 seconds, and after that, give it a nice little shake. And it's just stretching the bum muscles. So if your bum's tight, it will put pressure on your hip joint, and it'll put your bones a bit too much together, and you can cause a few inflammation and stuff, which we don't want. Now, I want you to grab a spiky ball. If you don't have a spiky ball, you can use a tennis ball. I'm looking for something that's a bit hard. Round is better, so you can use a golf ball, but might be a bit too small. But trial and error. Depends on how big you are, how big your muscles are. So, I'm going to lay down. I'm going to put the bum off the ground. I'm going to just put it on the left bum cheek. I'm just going to relax down, nice and controlled. And I always say, find a point you feel is tender. So at the moment, I'm just moving my hips side to side where I feel it's a bit tight. And you can do this a few times just to play around. And then once you've done side to side, we're going to go down and up. So you're just feeling where you're feeling a tender point. And a tender point, I'm not going to lie, I've got one right there. It hurts. It's a bit of a bugger. But don't panic, it's just a bit tender. This is the best thing about this all. You can choose the pressure you put on that pressure point. But once you found it, I want you now just to move that knee. So I'm just moving it in and out, just so I'm getting the bum muscles activating. And at the same time, I'm putting pressure on that ball. We're just playing with it. I'm just teasing it. I'm not giving it too much force because I don't want to irritate anything. Because if you are in pain, it's not nice to push on a bruise. It'll just make the bruise worse, as they say. So can I now have your left foot over your right knee, still having that pressure on it? And I'm just going to play around. So I'm going to move my pelvis back and forth. But you don't need to move your pelvis if you don't want to move side to side. You can always just hold it there. And it's just getting rid of my knot. And if I move a little bit, it just feels all the surrounding area. Good. Now I'm doing that stretch we did at the beginning. So I'm just pushing that knee down. At the same time, that ball is on my trigger point. And it's just a good way just to relieve it. Now, we're going to try and bring the right leg towards your chest at the same time. But if you feel, because that ball's gone slightly away from you now, if you feel like it's going away, just put it a little bit higher. And then at the same time, doing a nice little stretch, and you should get it quite nicely in that area. But you have to feel your body. You've got to listen to it because everyone's different. I only do about 30 seconds as well. And then, of course, once you've done the left side, do the right side. I don't want you feeling lopsided. But if you're feeling a bit of pain in your muscle groups, this is the best way to do it, just because it'll loosen it all up. Now again, with the ball, you're going to place it on the right bum cheek. You're just going to feel where it is. So first we move side to side, because your bum muscles is a bit of a fan shape. And we're going to go up and down. If you feel you need to go up and down, just moving the body until you find your knots. And then when you find it, you're just going to put that ball there, right where you found that knot. And you're going to put your right foot over your left. And you can, as you can tell, my voice goes a little higher just because I found it. And then what you're going to do, you're going to put your hand on your knee, pushing it towards the foot, just so you're stretching the bum and at the same time doing a trigger point release. So that ball is putting pressure on your trigger point, which is going to increase your circulation, which is what we want. So the blood's going to flow there. And it's also telling your brain at the same time, this is the area that needs a bit of extra help. Now that I've done that, I'm going to just bring it a little bit higher so I can drop my left hip down and my left knee's going to go up. So that means that ball's on that muscle group. And I can feel that ball there. And I'm just holding it for about 30 seconds. But all this, you just got to take your time when you're relaxing muscles. It's not a quick fix, you just got to work at it. But I'm just going to drop my leg now. Take the ball out before you do anything else. And then shake your legs. Just going to shake those legs just to get those muscles. My bum feels great now. Now what we're going to do, we're going to make your bum muscles a bit stronger because your bum needs to be good for your hip. If you've got a weak bum, your hip will unfortunately deteriorate. And that could mean it can get inflamed, it can cause you pain, it can cause you a nerve impingement. There's so many conditions with the hip. But can I get you on your side? You're going to straighten your bottom hand, resting your head on your arm, spine nice and straight. I want your feet on top of each other and that your knees are 90 degrees and your hips are 45 degrees. So if anyone looked from on top, it'll be a straight line from your shoulders, hip and feet. If that's too confusing, just put your body against the wall. Always helpful tip. Can I have your top hand pushing your hip towards your foot? Okay, because I want that alignment in your hips. So we're going to do a clam level 1. You're going to relax your hands on the front of your tummy. And I want you to just bring your top knee up towards you and then bring it back down. We're going to do about 10 reps today just to build up those muscle groups. But as you can tell, I'm only going as far as I can. If I go too far, you're going to rotate your spine. We don't want to move the spine at all. We're just going as far as your hip can go. If you find this is too easy, you can always use a TheraBand, a resistance band. You just wrap it around your legs, but keep going for the ones that don't have a band or are on your level. You're just wrapping this around, giving it a nice tuck in that position. And you're just going to bring your knee up, just like you just done before, but it just magnifies the bum muscles. But I want you to feel it here, not here. If you feel it on your thigh, bring your feet slightly lower. Do 10. On the 10th one, I want you to hold it up for me. So we're holding it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you're just going up and down. We're pulsing here, but as you pulse, remember to engage the core, keep the spine nice and straight, and you're breathing. Always remember to breathe. For 4, 3, 2, 1, dropping the knee, give your bum a nice little smack. Remember, if that's a bit too much for you, just do 10 reps. But if you can do the repetitions, it will make the bum even more stronger. So it'll make your muscles much more better for it. They'll thank you for it. Let's do the other side. So I want you just to swing your legs to the other side. I want you to straighten your arm. Head nice and straight. spine straight, hip going towards your foot so it's nicely lined, so not dropping, but nicely lined. I'm using the band already. Now I want you just to do the same thing. So we're making sure the knees are 90 degrees, hips are 45. So if anyone looked at you, you would have a nice straight line. We're making sure we're breathing in, breathing out. We're building up the bum muscles. They need a good, strong muscle groups here. And make sure you're taking your time, not going too fast. If you go too fast, you will be using momentum. And on the 10th one, I want you just to hold it up there. Hold this position. Should feel your muscle groups, only if you can though, for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're pulsing. We're pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow it down. Give it a smack if you need to. That didn't look too bad. That was pretty good. Now, I'm going to just put the band off. But we've loosened up the bum. What people always forget is the front of your thighs connect to your pelvis. So if that's tight, can pull your pelvis forward and interlinking makes your bum tighter. So I always also try and get the thigh muscles a bit more looser. So can I get you back on your side, nice and controlled? I want you to straighten your legs this time, and I want you with your top hand to grab your foot. Ideally, I would prefer the ankle, but I'll take the foot any day. But make sure you're not inverting your foot, so you're not twisting your foot when you're doing this. I want your tummy and your pelvis going forward just for a nice stretch. And you're just holding this for a good 30 seconds just to get a good stretch. Can always do this in standing, I don't mind, but I've got you down here, so why not just let us do exercises on the side lying. Just breathing in, breathing out. Keep the core engaged as well. If you're a bit wobbly, you can always bend the bottom leg a little bit, just as long as you get a good stretch. So we can always play around with what we can do. Now, once 30 seconds has come, I want you to push your top hand against the foot. So you're pushing your foot into your top hand for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax and give your leg a nice little shake, and let's do the other side. So you're going to just bring your legs to the opposite side of the mat, or you can just roll over. We're nice and comfortable first. I want you to take your top hand onto the foot for a nice stretch in your quad. Again, you can use a pillow for your head, I don't mind. But when you're doing this, no tension in the neck muscles or your chest. Just breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. We're just getting comfortable, just stretching out the thigh muscles. Now, to get rid of pain in the hip, like I said before, I want to stretch it and get it stronger. So we're giving it a nice little stretch. And now what I want you to do is push your foot in your hand for 5 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Give it a nice little shake. It just activates the quad muscles and at the same time stretches it. So it's a 2-in-1 activity. Now, hopefully you feel a little bit better from all your pain. But again, you've got to loosen up the bum. So if you want to, you can always grab your spiky ball and just rub those muscles in sitting, in lying, wherever you can. I recommend just relaxing the muscles about 10 minutes every day just to help it out. But try doing these exercises literally every day if you're suffering with pain in your hips. This was Gabby. I'm Physio and Pilates. Please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. And please DM me with any questions or comments.